Ow. Good morning and hello from me and my Cars.co.za branded sippy cup. Welcome to the landing of the Cars.co.za Cape Town office. There's the office over there and I'm standing over here. It's quite an exciting day. We heard that these two cars were in Cape Town for the advert shoot before the launch next week. So we gave Haval a call and we said, listen, do you think you could send them to us for a day so we could film them, so we get the videos ready, we embargo the social media and the video, and we publish the reviews on the same day of the media launch. So you're watching this on the same day of the media launch, but we're busy filming it the week before. It's like time traveling. Right, this is the new H6 Facelift. Big seller in South Africa, fantastic value car. We like it a lot here at Cars.co.za. They've improved it quite a lot. I love the new looks. But very excitingly, this is the new Haval H6 GT PHEV plug-in hybrid. It is the first Haval and GWM PHEV to go on sale in South Africa. Now, PHEVs, especially from Chinese brands, that market is about to hot up. There's a Chery Tiggo 8 Pro HEV coming, which has got excellent range. There's a JQ J7 PHEV coming, which we've driven as well. And the big difference between a PHEV and an HEV, this is self-charging. The petrol motor and the electric motor and the battery all work together to create propulsion. You can only go up to about 40 k's an hour on the electricity alone, and you don't get much range because the battery is very small. So this is like a Toyota Prius, for instance. The PHEV is called a plug-in hybrid because you can plug it in. Now, it didn't come with a cable because it's so new and it hasn't been homologated yet. But that means that if you've got a charger at work like we do, dual 22 kilowatt AC, this is an absolute beast, thanks to Grid Cars, you can plug in your car at night or at work. You can do maybe up to 100 k's on electricity alone, up to highway speeds. That means if you charge your car every day and your commute is less than 100 k's, you won't use a drop of petrol. People are getting like 2,000 k's out of a full tank. That's the beauty of PHEVs. I think they're an awesome solution for South Africa. You get the best of an EV and you get the best of an ICE car. However, because the drivetrain is so complicated and there's so many components and a big lithium-ion battery, PHEVs are very expensive. Now what we're going to do today is shoot a separate review on this, full in-depth review, and a full in-depth review on this. We'll compare the two in both videos as well, but you get a double review, very in-depth, of each car. Right, let's go. Can I finish my tea?
Cars.co.za. Let's find what moves you.
Let's start with the very important things right now, the pricing. And it's very, very interesting what Haval have managed to do here. So when that car went on sale 2 years ago when I tested it, we thought we'd show you old me and new me. It's like Churreception. It went on sale for about 3,500 Rand less than this one. Yep, at 686,500 for the ultra luxury HEV 1.5 turbo H6, you will now pay 686,500 Rand, which is only 3,550 Rand more than you would have paid 2 years ago for a brand new facelifted car with a new face and lots of nice things inside. That's pretty amazing. The other thing is that you never used to be able to get a luxury, a slightly lower spec. So you can now get an H6 HEV for 40,000 Rand less than you could get those days, with a bit less spec, not much though, for 641,500 Rand. That's an absolutely amazing price for a car this size. So I'm getting all of these stats off the amazing Cars.co.za app. It's been downloaded over 2 million times. Browse all 72,000 cars on our site. All these new specs are available all the time. New car specs pricing. Links in the description below. Thanks for listening to my pitch. Right, the power has not changed. 179 kilowatts, 530 Newton meters. The fuel consumption is still at 5.2 liters to the 100. However, the big change is since the blue one came out on that screen 2 years ago, GWM and Haval have bumped up the warranties and service plans significantly across all of their products from P Series to H6 to Jolion. So you now get a 7-year, 200,000 kilometer vehicle bumper to bumper warranty, which is one of the best in the country. You now get an 8-year, 150,000 kilometer battery warranty, and on the high voltage parts, you also now get a 7-year, 75,000 kilometer service plan with 15,000 kilometer intervals. That is incredible backup on a car at this price point. That's some of the best backup in South Africa. So I think when you buy, you can buy with peace of mind. Now also think about it this way. If you keep the car for 3 to 4 years, when you trade it in on the used car side or you put it on sale, the car still has 3 to 4 years of warranty left, and that's going to push up the resale values as well. So that's an incredible warranty that Haval and GWM are offering. You now join me on the inside of the H6 HEV Ultra Luxury Facelift Edition. Now the price difference here, as I mentioned, is about 47,000 Rand. 641 for the luxury, 686 for this, which as I mentioned has only gone up a couple of grand. Now what do you get for your money? So I'm just going to highlight the differences here, because if I read you this whole table, we're going to be here till next week Tuesday. Now when I highlight a difference, it means that the luxury perhaps doesn't have that item or just has a slightly simpler version of that item. So in this car, you get matrix LED headlights with adaptive high beam assist. Both the wheels in both trims are 19-inch, just a sportier design on the ultra luxury. You get puddle lamps, you get genuine leather seats or higher quality artificial leather. I don't really know what that means. In the ultra luxury edition, you do get 8-way adjustable driver seat, 4-way adjustable electric passenger seat. You get memory seats here as well, 3 memory positions. What's quite nice is you do get rake and reach on the wheel. Heated and ventilated seats here, only heated in the normal one. Dual zone automatic climate control in both. Panoramic sunroof in both. You also get a heated steering wheel over here. The touchscreen is larger, 14.6 inches. It's massive, 12.3 in the other one. Big difference is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in the Ultra Luxury are wireless, whereas they're wired in the other one. Dual USB ports in both, 8-speaker sound system. Here you get a 360-degree surround view camera with transparent chassis view, which is very, very cool. Front and rear parking sensors, wireless charger in both. You get reverse memory assistance in this, so it'll learn how to get in and out of your driveway. Pretty cool. BMW was actually the first with that. Both have 7 airbags, dual side curtain and front center with a full suite of safety systems, active and passive, hill descent control and hill start control in both, lane departure warning, lane keep assist in both. Now this one gets full speed adaptive cruise control with intelligent cruise, intelligent cornering, and traffic jam assist. Luxury also has traffic jam assist, but it won't corner for you. So basically in this one, you can just nap on your way to work. Don't do that, it's illegal. Forward collision warning in both, automatic emergency braking, blind spot detection, rear cross traffic alert in both, but brake function in this one, driver fatigue alert, rear collision warning, heads up display, and in this one you get multi-color ambient lighting so you can make it look like your favorite cocktail bar. So there's your spec difference for 46K. It's actually quite substantial. There's your wireless charger. So let me give you my opinion. I like the newly designed steering wheel, feels good. Quality of materials is great. I mean, I just drove the X3 PHEV, which is twice the price, 1.4 million. The design in there is beautiful, and there's a couple of extra nice touches here and there. I would say it's a better interior, but quality of the materials and the build quality, pretty much the same, to be honest with you. Nice big bin in here. Huge storage in there. I quite like this design that the Havals have always had, this floating center console. You've got a 12 volt and a USB down here. 2 drinks holders. The aircon's a bit of a faff. You've got some key buttons here, but you do have to go in there a little bit. But everything looks and feels pretty damn good. And I love the massive panoramic roof. Very nice. Which is really nice for rear occupants as well, which is where we're going to go now. I'm very comfortable. Look at this legroom. Let me actually sit up straight. Look at that. Like a friggin' limousine. USB Type A and Type C. Very nice to have a bit of variety. You do get an armrest some drinks holders. You do get a proper third safety belt for your center passenger. Absolutely love the panoramic roof, just makes it feel so airy in the back here. Seat design and seat comfort's good. I mean, adults, kids, very happy here. Long distances, short distances. The artificial leathers of a really, really good quality. This is a good back seat. I also just love the door design. It's like the designers went to the big bosses and says, what do you want on the door? And they were just like, yes. So you get this, you get some leather, you get some vertical striped leather, get some horizontal plastic, you get some fake sort of aluminium veneer, you get some chrome, you get some more of this kind of stuff, you get a speaker, you get some stitched leather. They're just like, just throw everything on the door. Everything we got. Kind of works though. It's quite nice. Right, the boot. We're about to do our patented budget cooler box boot test, highly scientific. But before I do, I want to tell you about something amazing that we have organized for you in partnership with Budget, who have been our title sponsor on our YouTube channel for 4 years now, and we're very grateful for their partnership, especially because they've never told me to not say anything or shouted at me for saying something I shouldn't have said. So thank you guys at Budget, we appreciate you. Now, just by being a member of the Cars.co.za audience, if you click the link in the description below, which will take you through to Budget Insurance, you request a call back so you can get a competitive quote or insure your new car, or click on this little white thing that's just popped up above my head. Because we love you, we've organized a 10% discount on your insurance premiums from Budget. Hey, that's pretty cool. Now listen, you got to click the link and request a call back, because if you just phone the call center and say, hey, I watched Chira's video on Cars.co.za, give me 10% off my insurance, the call center agent is not going to have a clue what you're talking about. Cool, off you go. Go get some discounted insurance. Right, boot test time. Let me actually just take one of these out so it's less confusing. Now, here comes the Achilles heel of hybrid and plug-in hybrid drivetrains. Because there's a lot going on under the boot, batteries and that sort of thing, the boot is very shallow. Now, this isn't a false boot floor. There's a lot under here. You don't get a spare, you get a compressor pump. And basically what that means is if you get a puncture, you just call a flatbed from Budget Insurance. They send you one for free. Now, this is one of the only times we test cars where the parcel shelf does not go over our standard size cooler box. Look at this. That's not very good. It's a very, very shallow boot. And of course, in South Africa, with security concerns, you have to have your parcel shelf over your stuff. It actually affects your insurance claim as well. So keep that in mind. So let's see if we can sort of stretch it over. Hey, you kind of can. Okay, so it's not a disaster. It does sort of work. But keep that in mind. If this is your school run car and you regularly have lots of your kids' things in there and bicycles and I don't know, a flotilla of Labradors or whatever it is, it is a little bit of an Achilles heel with the hybrid. Now, the nice thing is on both luxury and ultra luxury, you get a electric tailgate. The seats fold in a 40-60 split, and you get ISOFIX child seat mounts. And interestingly, in China, cars have to have a fire extinguisher, so you get that included as well, and hopefully you'll never need it. So there we go. That concludes the in-studio part of this review. Now we're going to take it out for a drive and film some moving shots of it so you can see what it looks like in the real world. But before we do that, it's off to lunch. Welcome to Mzansi, one of our favorite roads to film. Now, I have just driven, I know this is 2 videos, but you know, the way we shoot things is you kind of group things together to make it more efficient. So I've just driven the H6 PHEV, the GT, for our driving scenes. And you know, it's a bit of a dynamically orientated car, so I hammered it a bit. And it was brilliant. Probably the most fun I've had in a Chinese car. It was amazing. It was like a sports SUV. I haven't driven the MG Cyberster yet, but I mean, that's a very different offering, obviously. Sorry, it's very bright, Arja. So we now jump into the HEV, and I know this is two separate films, so if you haven't watched the GT PHEV film, then we'll link to that, and vice versa. Right, this is more of a commuter offering. It's front-wheel drive, where the GT PHEV is all-wheel drive. However, still very good power outputs here. 179 kilowatts, 530 newtons. Now again, that's not the sort of simple explanation of it. It's a combined maximum power. You don't really get all of that all the time, but it's enough. In plenty, actually. It's plenty enough. Now, I've always quite liked the H6 HEV. It's one of the more affordable hybrids on the market, very spacious, very powerful. I mean, to put those power figures in perspective, something like a Corolla Cross, which is obviously a lot smaller, but you know, that's got 90 kilowatts and 142 petrol newtons, and then probably about double that in terms of what you get from the electric motor. But here you're getting 530 newtons and 179 kilowatts. It's a zippy car, this. It really is. Just don't throw it too hard into some corners, because you don't have all-wheel drive, so you might end up in a ditch and having to explain that to budget insurance. So more of a commuter car, more of a family car, potentially more efficient in certain circumstances than the PHEV. However, you of course don't have the luxury of plugging it in and running it in full electric mode. It manages itself. So they claim an average of 5.2 liters to 100. On the big economy test, which we did in 2 years ago's video review, which we'll link in the description below, we averaged 6.1. So it actually gets very close to the claim. I think I could have done better that day. I just got a bit bored and impatient, to be honest. So if you just drive conservatively, you're probably looking at under 6 to the 100, which for a car of this size, with this luxury, with this sort of appeal, that's an amazing figure. It really is. And of course, now that they've brought out a luxury trim, it's now cheaper to get into one of these than it ever has been before. In fact, 40 grand less. And if you want the same spec, the ultra luxury, it's only an extra 3 grand, which is basically negligible. So the pricing on this is incredible. You've got more power, better range, better consumption than every single rival on the market, and it's cheaper in summary, and way more features as standard, way more. Toyota, as we all know, fantastic products, very reliable, however, not generally leading in the tech and comfort features space, are they? Yeah, you don't get 360-degree cameras in a Toyota, for instance. And you might argue that's not really necessary, but I think increasingly people want all the toys and all the fancy things, and that's what these cars give you. And the thing is, you don't have to walk into a dealership and they say, right, here's the price, and then you tick a million boxes. By the time you spec your car, you've blown your budget. The price is the price. You get everything at the price. That's it. So this makes a really, really excellent proposition as a commuter car. And if you think about it, if it's got a 7-year warranty, if you keep it for 3 to 4 years, when you come to sell or trade in 3 to 4 years time, it's got 3 to 4 years warranty left, and that should support and raise the used car values. Then you factor in new car price inflation, and you potentially won't take too much of a hit on this car. Now, of course, the issue with hybrids is they're more expensive than traditional. You can get into an H6 for under 500,000 Rand and get much the same spec and get a very good 2-liter turbo motor with a DCT gearbox. It's a fantastic car. We've got lots of reviews on the channel. And the other issue with hybrids is that once they're out of warranty, the drivetrain is so complex and expensive to fix and difficult to repair that you have to go to the agents. Almost no one out there will touch these cars, although that might change over the next few years as more of these cars get on the road. However, I think out of warranty, potentially this is a bargain, but be careful, in 7 years time, which gosh, who knows where we'll be in 7 years time, but you pick up one of these probably for cheap, but yeah, complex drivetrain, very expensive parts, so something to consider. Now, I've just been really lucky to have, we at the office have been really lucky to have exclusive drive in the J7 JQ PHEV. And as a car, as a motoring experience, besides the annoying bonging and safety warnings which drove us all insane, it was one of the best cars we've ever driven. You just never knew when the petrol engine was on. It drove like a fully electric vehicle. It was genuinely one of the smoothest, quietest cars I've ever driven. I'd love to daily something like that if they could remove all the annoying safety systems. Now the thing is that there's a Chery PHEV coming and a Chery HEV coming, and that's going to be a really interesting comparison. We don't have pricing for it yet, but generally in every metric, the Havals outdo the Cherys. Bigger batteries, more electric range, longer total range, more power, faster acceleration times. It does seem like Haval have really knocked it out of the park with this range of new energy vehicles. In terms of comparing it to a Chery or a JQ, I think the Chery has the best interior. I think it has the best ride quality. I think it has the quietest cabin. You also have 7 seats in the Tiggo 8, and it's roughly the same price with lots of good spec. The Haval is better spec'd. The JQ is well spec'd, not blown away by the interior, but the range is very, very good in that car. It just has the most annoying onboard computer that I could not figure, no one in the office could figure it out. And then you get this. Road noise, not so great. Bit of tire roar. Very good ride quality though. Very comfortable. Noise into the cabin, probably the worst of the three, but not a deal breaker for me. Very good daily car this. Very good daily car. And if you are in a bit of a hurry, you got the power as well. So, driving all of them back to back, I think if you're going ICE, traditional ICE, internal combustion, I'd go with the Chery. PHEV, it would be very, if you're not interested in driving fast and having fun, the JQ is good. For a fantastic experience and fuel saving, the H6 GT PHEV is a phenomenon. I was blown away by that car. But I think for the average commuter at an amazing price, this is the one to have. It just ticks all the boxes. Right, sport mode. And while I'm driving, enthusiastic, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Into a corner. Remember, this is front wheel drive. Oh, that's quite tidy through there. We've got flappy paddles there. And down into Cape Town's Eau Rouge. It's a quick left-hander. This thing's quick. Jeez, so it's not as quick as the GT, but plenty fast enough. 500 odd Newton meters is a lot. It's actually quite nicely set up. I mean, it's obviously tuned for comfort more than sporty handling, but the handle's pretty flat. You can throw it in. It's pretty accurate through the nose. Actually pretty good feedback through the steering wheel. This is not a bad car to drive fast if you're in a hurry, or if you find yourself on a mountain pass, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'm actually having quite a bit of fun here. We'd love it if you like and subscribe. We have over 1,000 videos on the channel if you're looking for a review of a new or used car. There's almost certainly a younger version of me who has reviewed the car. So go find it on our channel right now. Millions of drag races, not millions, but a lot of drag races, track races, adventure films. We've got some really cool stuff on the channel. We're about to hit 500,000 subs. There'll be a big celebration for that. Big thank you to Budget, our headline sponsor. Remember, with Budget and Cars.co.za, you get 10% off your premiums. Click the link in the description or above my head. Right, guys, be safe. I'd love to hear what you think of this car. I'll see you in the comments section. Would you buy one of these or the RAV4? Cheers. Hello, now I have been asked to tell you about Cars.co.za because I work here. Now on the site right now, you will find 72,000 cars to choose from, which is quite a lot. And yes, most of them are used cars. However, a significant number many of them, an exact number of which I don't know and head office didn't tell me, but a lot of them are brand new cars and demos. So whether you are looking for a used car, a new car, or a demo, you'll find what you're looking for on Cars.co.za. Check out our mobile site, our desktop site, and our fantastic free app in whichever app store you use.
Let's find what moves you. Cars.co.za.